Can you do this? As early as your 40s, you may lose muscle and strength. Protein supports muscle health. Ensure Max Protein has 30 grams of high-quality protein to feed your muscles up to 7 hours. So take the challenge. Ensure.
Minister of Efficiency, Innovation and Digital Transformation, Audrey Marks, is highlighting the urgent need to modernize Jamaica's digital payment systems. This follows the release of a new report by the World Bank on digital financial inclusion and transformation. Now, she notes that earning gaps continue to restrict innovation among local creators, with many struggling to earn fair value for their work. The minister also points to outdated payment infrastructure, which are slower and more costly than global standards, as a major barrier, including or rather increasing operating costs and limiting growth in the digital economy. It is why she believes reforms are needed to improve efficiency, expand access, and strengthen Jamaica's competitiveness in the digital global space.
New broadband that will be coming to Jamaica by later September, October, we should start seeing that being built out. So we are going to do the infrastructure work so that we can have more access to what you need to increase interoperability across systems. And barriers, we know that too many barriers now exist that makes it difficult for Jamaicans to fully engage in the financial systems. So all of those things were highlighted, and we have noted them, and we are going to work on them.
A mother and her 4 daughters are seeking the public's help after fire destroyed their 3-bedroom home over a month ago. Kimonia Thomas recounted the day when her life took an unexpected drastic turn at 10 Old Market Street in Spanish Town.
The 9th of March, I went on the road. When I got back here, the neighbor next door shouted out, where is that big smoke coming from? That was next door. There was a hole in the roof, so you could see the smoke coming up. So when she alerted us, immediately we start getting pans, buckets, just trying to quell down something.
She says by the time the fire department arrived, the house was already engulfed in flames. Since then, the family of 5 have been struggling to make ends meet.
To be honest, we can't find food. Some days we can't find food, some days we have to repeat the same clothes because we wash, and the one we wash first, not dry, so we have to just bathe and put on back this. We don't have any stove. We don't have nothing to get the cool water. As I say, we're just there. So I also have 4 kids, age 11, 5, 4, and 2 years old. They're all in school. I'm just asking the public for any assistance.
Now, anyone who wishes to help Kimonia can call 876-363-6831. That's 876-363-6831. And it's time for a break here on the Midday News, but stay with us, more stories when we return. Welcome back to the Midday News. It is now time for the Business Minute.
The cutoff time for local bank transfers using the RTGS system could soon be extended beyond 1 p.m. The possible change comes amid calls from small business operators for a faster and more flexible banking system to support daily transactions. President of the Jamaica Bankers Association, Audrey Henry, says while no timeline has been set, discussions are ongoing and she is open to the adjustment. Further afield, Japan Airlines JAL will start using humanoid robots in ground handling tasks at Tokyo's Haneda Airport from May in a 2-year trial, it said, at easing the employees' workload. For a start, the Chinese-made robots will be deployed to load and unload cargo containers. Japan's aviation industry is wrestling with a labor crunch brought on by an increase in inbound tourism and a declining work age population. And that's it for the Business Minute. I'm Kirk Wright.
Thank you, Kirk. Time now for the top stories from around the world.
In the region, nurses in Trinidad and Tobago have stepped up protest action over long overdue wage increases. The National Nursing Association has implemented total patient care, limiting nurses to no more than 6 patients per ward, warning others could be left unattended if staffing falls short. The group says pay has remained at 2013 levels, affecting care and morale. Prime Minister Kamla Prasad Bisesa says protests won't influence policy, adding government has already delivered a 10% wage increase to thousands of public workers. But nursing leaders insist they will continue action until their demands are met. And on the international scene, the Trump administration is moving to fast-track deportations for migrant children in U.S. custody. Officials and lawyers say immigration hearings are being pushed up by weeks, leaving children, some as young as 4, scrambling to prepare, often without legal representation. Advocates warn the rush could see children sent back to dangerous conditions. The White House says the policy helps protect kids from trafficking and reduces time in custody. As of March, more than 2,000 children were in custody, spending an average of 7 months there. And those were the top regional and international stories. I'm Aliyah Bryant.
Thank you, Alia. We now head to our final break. When we come back, we'll have your Midday Sports Report.
You do this? As early as your 40s, you may lose muscle and strength. Protein supports muscle health. Ensure Max Protein has 30 grams of high-quality protein to feed your muscles up to 7 hours. So take the challenge. Ensure.
A growing number of teenage mothers are struggling with serious challenges that go far beyond childbirth. Novlet Howell of the Women's Center of Jamaica Foundation says mental health remains one of the biggest concerns.
As it is now, vulnerable mothers are vulnerable because they're not fully supported, and we need to bring awareness to that. We need to bring awareness to the fact that at the granular level in our country is a lack of some support for a lot of our vulnerable citizens. And mothers are the core of the development and the core of the strength of our nation. So in supporting them through an awareness and an initiative to bring funding to the Women's Center of Jamaica, whose job it is to be taking care of the teenage mothers, but not just them, vulnerable mothers in general. So we want to start that conversation.
Many young mothers face trauma, stigma, and isolation, affecting both their emotional and physical well-being. Limited access to health care and weak social support systems only deepen their vulnerability.
As you can agree with, most of our young ladies are from the lower socioeconomic background. So we have girls coming from as far as St. Mary, coming into our center in Highgate or Portland, and the biggest challenge we have, they're not able to afford bus fares. So of course you can if they can't afford bus fares, they can't come to school. So that is our main challenge. They want to come, but they can't afford the bus fare. So of course we have to dig in our pockets to assist them. We do give them 2 hot meals a day, so that is also very important. Most times they come for the hot meals, and of course the education and the nursery.
Dr. Lauren Scott warns pregnancy can signal future heart risks, especially for at-risk teens. In response, the Heart and Vascular Center has partnered with the Women's Center to take action. A 5K run on Mother's Day will start in Tivoli Gardens to raise critical support funds. The organizers say the initiative aims to save lives and build lasting support systems for vulnerable young mothers.
We have impacted more than 55,000 young mothers. Currently we have over 400 mothers on roll, and of course we are in every parish, 14 parishes. And
right across the 14 parishes?
Right across the 14 parishes. We have 10 main centers, centers and for outreach. And our biggest population is at Kingston, is at our Kingston Center. We have more than 100 young ladies on roll.
Kerry